All right, we need to have a conversation about Wemby. I know he was coming. Feel free to subscribe if you like the video. Let's get it.
I've watched a lot of basketball, seen a lot of players come and go. I've seen players take over the game, change the game, climb the mountain of NBA greats. I've seen a lot, but I have never in my life seen anything like Victor Wembanyama.
That's
After
true.
what we've witnessed over the past week, many NBA fans, including myself, are left with a question that we didn't think we'd be asking, and certainly not this early. Is Victor Wembanyama the best basketball talent we have ever seen?
He's an alien. He just doesn't make sense. Everything he does is just watch out for the ad. I knew it. He's always do that. He's always gonna do that. All right. Bro, he was waiting like a predator, like a lion waiting for his prey, bro. Oh my gosh. I just don't know what he was thinking to shoot that.
Wemby gets back-to-back blocks at the rim, then takes the ball coast to coast and puts in a 30-footer. If you didn't see this with your own eyes, you'd think it was a work of fiction. It isn't fair, really, for a player of Wemby's size to be...
Yeah, this is a lot of people watching, bro. Oh, that's the Mavericks.
This is just what his game looks like. Like this play here, where Wemby puts on a spin move from outside the elbow and not only dunks it, he almost spun his way past the rim. Or this play here, where he has 1 foot outside of the paint on this drive. The ball already passed him at this point, and yet he somehow pins it against the glass on the opposite side. Wemby went from here to here in less than a second. Or how about this play here?
Doesn't make sense, bro.
Draws Wemby away from the rim and gets him to bite on the fake. Victor is out of position. His back is to the ball. He's trying to guard 2 guys at the same time. Take a wild guess at how this play ends.
Bring a lot of jobs, allow the rodeo to flourish as well.
Yeah, he blocked it. But of all the
eyes behind his back, bro. Oh my gosh. Spin move.
Season, there was one play in particular that had fans around the world questioning everything they knew about basketball.
Lively denied emphatically.
Yeah, that move, bro.
Playing against your dad in the driveway when you're 8 years old. What do you do? Wemby 3.
It just doesn't make sense, bro.
Question, there is nothing you can do.
Ridiculous.
7'6" demigod make a 7-footer look like a child, then take him down the court to hit him with a tween crossover behind the back step back 3 for an and one. And in an instant, it felt like everything I knew about the game of basketball was wrong. We knew the
dude was created in the and 2K, bro. He has to be, bro.
Of what he was capable of. And through his first 2 seasons, it felt like we saw where his game was heading. But what we witnessed in just his first 4 games of this season has blown the top off of all of that. Coming into the season, Victor was ranked as the 5th best player in the league according to most sources. And this, to many fans, felt like a gross overestimation, especially since he was sidelined for the second half of last season. Sure, we knew he was probably going to take a leap this season, but nobody was expecting this. Through 4 games, Victor is averaging 31 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks a game on nearly 60-40-80 splits. 31,
ridiculous.
14, and 5 while playing only 32 minutes a night. Stats that jump off the box score as an early MVP favorite. But what has really warped my brain over the last week is just how much his stats...
But hey, I don't know about MVP though, because bro, he might be on the MVP list, yes, but Giannis going crazy, Shea is still averaging 30, Luka is there. Jokic is not really... Jokic is all be quiet because he's focusing on winning this time. But, you know, it's not going to be easy.
As they are underselling just how monumental Wemby has been. On defense, he is a black hole. Anything that comes near him is either sent away or redirected. His 5 blocks a night aren't even capturing how offenses are legitimately avoiding him and anything around the rim when he's down there. In their game against the Raptors, I counted 10 different instances where a player passed up on their drive, picked up their dribble, or just avoided what should have been an easy look just because of Wemby's presence alone. 10 times.
Aura.
Last one here. RJ Barrett blows past Devin Vassell, sees Wemby and just, here, you take it. I promise you, RJ was not planning on rifling a chest pass to his teammate standing 3 feet away from him after beating his man off the dribble.
Got scared.
And panicked. How
because of the
exactly
GOAT
do you handle
aura,
this
bro.
panic factor?
Wemby's the next
Because
GOAT.
this doesn't really show up in the box score. But you know what does? According to the NBA's
What is that
head-to-head
shots,
matchups,
Cuddy?
so far this season, Wemby has guarded 40 different players. That's about 10 different players each game. He's seen every look you can get. And in total, these 40 players shot 64 times throughout 4 games. Out of these 64 shots, they made 19 of them. Wemby's matchups this season have a field goal percentage of 29.7%. Nearly 21% worse than when he's not guarding them. The kid is single-handedly breaking offenses. And speaking of offense, whatever he worked on with Hakeem in the offseason, it's working. The league should have terminated those workouts the moment those photos surfaced.
Bro.
Because now it's too late and we're all in trouble.
Oh my
Abandoning his
gosh.
three-point heavy shot selection from last season, Wemby is now working from virtually every spot on the court. He's facing up
Yeah,
from the elbow, he's getting
that's
back to the
true.
basket and just going
The monk
over
too,
whoever's
bro.
attempting to guard him. He's added this footwork to his game that is almost startling to watch, not just because of how rare this skill is in today's league, but also because no human being of his size should be able to move like that. And he's got this mid-range bag now that has really opened up his game. How exactly do you stop a player who's a good enough shooter that you have to respect his jumper and crowd him, but can also get to the rim in about one step from anywhere on the court? How do you stop this? How do you stop this? Oh, I know.
Can't believe the Spurs got a guy like that
One hezzy pole
again
from
after
being
Tim
a
Duncan, bro.
team hybrid. And as twisted as it sounds, that still feels like I'm selling his game short. He has been playing so out of his mind this past week, it genuinely felt like there was a mass awakening among NBA fans around the world. A fracture in basketball's timeline. Am I watching the most talented player to ever touch a basketball? Not in terms
Wemby
of
is just
great
different, bro.
accomplishments or any of that, but just sheer ability and potential. For a brief moment, the thought did cross my mind, but I knew that was a terrible overreaction to a great opening game and opening week. But then I saw the reactions from other fans, and the more I saw, the more I realized I wasn't alone. This reaction was almost universal.
He looked at Anthony Davis and treated him like an 8th grader.
He abused them. With all due respect to AD, he abused them.
I've never thought this way about like Jokic and SGA, even LeBron, who I think is the greatest of all time. This kid is different. I hope to God he stays healthy because he has a chance to be the greatest player of all time.
I agree, and truly a talent we've probably never
Man,
seen
Wemby,
before.
bro. I hope he keep pushing, man.
In that game, my eyes are seeing something that I don't think I've seen before. That like
That's 100%.
I can't like compare him to anybody. For all of the years we've been watching basketball, I can't compare him to anybody.
They should call him CGI because it just doesn't seem real sometimes when you watch it.
No, that's the biggest compliment someone can get.
Wemby. We've never seen no shit like Wemby.
Like, I'm watching him and I'm like, I'm not really sure how you defend it. You don't really defend this.
It broke my basketball brain.
It's hard to imagine that a 21-year-old in a league stacked with the most talent it's ever had might be the best player in the world. But then you watch him play, and the idea of him being the best is easier to imagine than his actual game itself. The best way I can describe Victor Wembanyama's game is that it feels like he's a cheat code. Like he's got
Yeah,
life hacks.
bro. Wemby's like those. It's like, you know, when you play 2K and you make a build that just doesn't make sense and it works perfectly. That's Wemby, bro. Like it just doesn't make sense. No matter how many times no matter how many times you see Wemby play, it just doesn't make sense. When you watch, everybody that play 2K knows that. When you see Wemby, that's something you see in 2K. And you're like, ah, yeah, I guess. But in real life, you're like, damn.
But he's so
okay.
unfair that it feels like he is. And personally, in all my years of watching the NBA, there's
Bro,
only
this is just
one
crazy.
other player that genuinely felt like he was hacking the game. As great as he was, LeBron, even at his peak, felt like he was still human. There were moments in the late 2000s where his size and speed were almost cheat code territory, but it never felt unfair. Some consider prime Kevin Durant a cheat code.
You're gonna say Michael Jordan, isn't he?
Shooting 50,
Probably.
40, 90. Absurd. Unicorn. But for me, not quite cheat code territory. Same goes for Jokic. A combination of brute strength, skill, and omnipresence that approaches the threshold, but doesn't quite cross it. The only player that I've seen with my own two eyes that actually felt like he was bending and breaking the game
Curry?
above was 2016 Steph Curry.
Holy shit. You shout out to Curry, man. Man, you better than Jordan, nigga. No, I'm joking. Please don't come at me, bro. But then, bro, see, this is proof that Curry is top 10 of all time, though. Even Jimmy Rose said it. Hey, I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
That he would regress back to the mean. I vividly recall watching him and thinking there is no way someone is actually this good at shooting the ball. I remember thinking to myself, I have never seen another player like this. A human cheat code. Although I didn't watch it while it was happening, prime Shaquille O'Neal is the other 21st century cheat code. A player so big and strong and athletic that it didn't matter how simple and redundant his game was. What exactly are you gonna do?
You know what next Wemby need, bro? He need another point guard that can change his, he already got good player. Harper, De'Aaron Fox is coming later after injuries. He got Vessel, Castle, yes. But I'm talking about another point guard that can like go crazy. That can average like 25 points per game. Give that to Wemby, GG's. That's what I'm telling you, bro. NBA. Shout out all me, bro. Like, what I'm saying? I'm a good basketball player, Just send me the contract, bro. I'm giving you 25 points a night, baby. Come on, bro. I'm telling you, I'm good, bro.
Has now entered cheat code territory. It is simply unfair for a player to be this smooth, agile, huge, skilled, instinctive, and competitive. Where's the drawbacks? The weaknesses? I recently did a video.
There's no such thing as
of
weaknesses
size in basketball, and
with
how if a
Wemby.
player was big enough, their size would grant them the ultimate advantage. Pair that with skill and mobility, and he would essentially break basketball. In theory, it sounds awesome, but it's just not possible. There's always going to be some limitation. They're either too big or too stiff or not skilled enough or injury prone. But after seeing what the Monks did to Wemby, I have had to readjust my brain to the fact that a player like this does in fact exist.
Yeah.
So unrealistic. Even video
Y'all gotta
won't let
do
you
the
copy it.
DNA with Wemby, bro. Maybe he's one of those aliens that came to Earth, and he's fooling us, and we don't even know, bro.
Look really normal. Like, these are all giants, all freak athletes for the most part, and he makes them look like you and me. He just looks so different out there that it's like he's actually preparing for another league above the NBA, and this is just a pit stop for him to polish his game along the way. But no,
That's
it's the best
crazy.
league on the planet, and he's an alien not from it. Someone said this must have been how basketball fans felt when they first saw Wilt Chamberlain in the late 50s. And that person is probably right.
Yeah,
A
true.
once-in-a-lifetime physical specimen that just shatters the reality of what you thought was possible on a basketball court. It's not often that players both active and retired concede that they're witnessing something they've never seen before. And this almost never happens, where young fans, old fans, the media, everyone is anointing a player who has yet to turn
That's
all
true.
their talents into
If the young fans and the old one are together on this one, he's bad.
something worthy of
Yeah, he's
The
bad. I ain't
reactions
gonna
we're
lie.
seeing to Wemby's game and his talent are not exaggerated. They're not premature. Victor Wembanyama is here, and he really is just that good.
Sheesh. Shout out to Wemby, bro. Hope you keep working, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you're gonna be great, bro. Just don't get injured, stay healthy, and keep doing your thing, man.